In our last vid, we suggested that an obvious reason why we don't have inerrant copies of the Bible today is because we would see genuine, widespread bibliolatry. What would that look like? And what would the results be? What would happen if every copy of the Bible had been effectively inscribed with God's seal by being inerrant? Given human history, the likeliest result is that the copies would become the most expensive sort of relic, put distantly out of reach of the common people. Some would take to mind to destroy as many copies as they could, and prevent the production of later copies to increase the value of their own copies. Scribes would be hired to produce, or not produce, more copies for their wealthy patrons. Many years ago, I went to see a traveling exhibit featuring one of the 1770s copies of the Declaration of Independence. Visitors were carefully searched before they entered, and a maze of pathways led you to a center stage. And at the heart of the exhibit was not the original Declaration, but a copy, kept inside a glass-top case that emerged from a secure area below the observation level. If this was the type of concern we showed for a copy of the Declaration of Independence, what would we do with inerrant copies of the Bible? Would we approve of our government or a church or some conglomerate hoarding the inerrant copies and guarding them? The Word of God should be accessible to everyone, and if every translation and copy came out inerrant, there would undoubtedly be political, economic, or ecclesiastical powers who would take steps to take advantage of the situation. To the critic who protests, as many have, that God could or should have taken steps to ensure that every copy and translation was inerrant, I would say if that had been done, the results would have been tragic. Indeed, it may be said that while the creation of an inerrant original was highly important, the loss of that original was equally important. There are also some less important philosophical reasons why we don't have inerrant copies and translations. We'll discuss each of those briefly next time.